New video game IPs that looks great, coming out in 2025 and beyond. Games that are not a sequel, nor remake or reboot, but a totally new series. Well, hope you liked the video, click in the like button, subscribe for more, and let's go.
Everyone had fled.
Stars. Shields. I have seen the miracles you so claim. Desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Ballad of Antara is an upcoming fantasy action RPG set in a fanciful and magical world with a fast-paced and fluid combat style. It's being developed by Tipsworks Studio, and in the game you shall embark on a perilous journey, seek out colossal divine creatures and recover lost and distorted essences set in a sort of open land with challenging enemies and powerful bosses. The game will be a single player, but you can also play in co-op, so for those who likes to play with friends, this one looks very good. And it's coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
This shall not fall into your treacherous hands.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire!
From the towering shadows, vanished into the mist.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten...
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Say hi back.
Of course they know.
What if I told you that their love, their fear, their hate were nothing? You are the frog in a pot, boiling so slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here.
Judas is the new first-person shooter developed by the creator of BioShock series, the famous Ken Levine. The studio developing it is Ghost Story Games, and the game is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. It was supposed to be released in March of 2025, but it was postponed, and now it got no release date, but shall be released in some moment of 2025. A disintegrating starship, a desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas. Your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what you broke, or will you leave it to burn? The story shall be complex and intriguing, just like BioShock series is.
Free. Whether you like it or not.
It always comes back to this. This world, this moment, this choice.
Saros is a new game developed by the studio of Returnal, the studio housemarque. The game is going to be a 3D roguelike, just like Returnal was. In the first trailer we can't see much of the game, but the graphics looks really good. If you played Returnal, you know that it's a fast and fluid game with a lot of possibilities and enemies, and set in that style known as bullet hell, and this one promises to follow the same style. Despite we didn't see any gameplay yet, in the end of the trailer we can see in the eye of the character a lot of bullets coming in his direction, making it clear that it'll be a bullet hell game style. It's coming out to PS5 only, in 2026.
But after every death, I always come back stronger. And I will find you.
Born of its raging expanse. They said he emerged out of the night, that he came out of the fright wastelands, shaped by depraved thoughts. A shadow followed him. as a dragon, his sword ablaze.
The Night Wanderer is an action RPG in the Souls-like style set in a unique world. The game promises to have a good and immersive story, and also scenarios, with a beautiful graphic style. It's being developed by Mighty Koi, and in the game we'll play as Wuchang, an elite soldier, and must find out what happened to a lost expedition headed for a mysterious, fantastical planet of medieval-like Midgard. The game features breathtaking graphics and environments, at least for what we can see of it so far, but to see the final version of the game we'll need to wait until it's out. But for now we don't have the release date, but it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox Series X and S.
Screams drawing me in. Better use the pendulum.
The Occultist is a new horror game that looks really interesting. It's being developed by the studio Dawnwalker and shall be released in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game is set in a dark and atmospheric universe, and the gameplay shall mix realistic graphics and a first-person camera, a true survival horror experience, with hide and sneak mechanics, with good characters, puzzles and an immersive soundtrack. Images are engraved in my mind that would make any man tremble in fear, but I am not just any man. I am the Occultist. Accompany Alan Rebels on his most terrifying occult investigation yet in this spine-chilling horror experience. If you like survival horror games, this looks interesting.
Our limitations as human beings prevent us from really seeing what is there.
Your cortisol levels are elevated. Something's interfering, detecting temporal anomaly. Processing environment.
Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abyss is a new single-player game set in the universe of the legend Cthulhu. A mining station in the Pacific Abyss is no longer responding. As an investigator of the occult, unravel the mysteries of the deep. Test your wits and sanity in this thriller inspired by the Master of Providence. The game is being developed by the studio Big Bad Wolf and will be published by Nacon. The game shall be released in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation, and Windows. If you like the universe and stories created by H.P. Lovecraft and also like atmospheric single-player games, this is one that you really need to keep an eye out for, cause it looks promising.
The knowledge, it's beautiful.
The Precinct is an extremely interesting sandbox police game. The game resembles the classic GTA games, with a sort of upside-down camera, but here the player will control a cop. The game is being developed by the studio Fallen Tree Games and looks extremely fun. In the game we'll control a police officer, and we must solve the crimes that will lead us to even more dangerous situations, resulting in the discovery of even greater criminal plans. In the game we'll be able to control vehicles or go walking in the streets and missions, with a fun and fluid gameplay, and I must say that it looks really fun, and there's a release date confirmed already, that is May 13, 2025, and the game is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows.
Suspect is now on foot. We need to end this.
Another day, another dime. Come on, kid. Let's roll.
Units in the vicinity, please respond to an incident. Last seen is...
It's all right.
Lunka! Don't hurt her!
The Blood of the Dawnwalker is the new game by the director of The Witcher 3. He left CD Projekt Red and is now creating a whole new game. The new studio is Rebel Wolves. They promise us to develop a AA game with the quality of a AAA. If you don't know, that's about how much money will be used in the development, and let's be honest, he knows how to make games. It'll be set in immersive open world filled with vampires, and in some moment, the protagonist will be also a half vampire. What makes it even more interesting? The gameplay will be fluid and with a lot of possibilities, and like The Witcher, you choose the destiny of the world by your decisions, what is always interesting when you want to replay the game. It's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows, with no release date yet.
For all of you.
No Rest for the Wicked is a unique and beautiful Souls-like with a stunning graphic style and is being developed by the same studio of Ori series, Moon Studio. It features a fluid and interesting gameplay with a different camera style from standard Souls-like games. It's played from a perspective of an upper camera with immersive scenarios and impressive and challenging boss fights. The game is on early access on Steam, but for now you can't really finish the game, so in case you really want to play it I recommend you to wait. But there's no release date for the final version, but is coming out to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S.
Technology has been detected somewhere in the canyon. We need you to retrieve it for study. Well done, folks. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days. to explore.
Luna Abyss is an upcoming FPS game set in the famous bullet hell style. If you don't know it, it's one of those games that there'll be a lot of projectiles and things to avoid in combat, just like some boss fights in Cuphead. It's being developed by the studio Bonsai Collective and got no release date yet, maybe 2025 or 2026, and it'll be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. A single-player story-driven action-adventure with fluid platforming and bullet hell combat. Follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. The game features a fast and tight gameplay with challenging combat moments set in an immersive universe.
Up you go! What are you doing?
Pragmata is a curious upcoming game. It promises to be a game with an immersive story and universe, with beautiful and realistic graphics, and a unique style. The game is being developed by Capcom and was supposed to be released some years ago already, but was postponed and now we have no idea when it's really coming out. But it'll be released on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC.
I can sense it. As long as it is reforged, my wish can be fulfilled. Here's how that world came into being. It devoured everything from the past. Only I was left.
Tides of Annihilation is a new hack-and-slash game coming out probably in 2026. The game features an absurd of beautiful visual and graphics, and for the ones that likes fast action-adventure game, this one looks sick, with a fast and fluid gameplay, so I'm really excited about this one. The game is being developed by the studio Eclipse Glow Games, and is simply one of the games when I see, I want to play already. It kinda resembles Final Fantasy 15 in some aspects of gameplay, what's really good for me, and if you want to play it too, know that it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC. With no release date yet, probably 2026.
Half-baked trick. Very well. This is your own doing. You're a right pain, aren't you? You'll soon pay.
A powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream?
I see great power within you, a destiny.
Lost Soulicide is a new hack-and-slash game, with a fast-paced gameplay inspired in Devil May Cry. The game is being developed by the studio Ulti-Zero Games, and it's being developed in Unreal Engine, and in the gameplays and trailers it looks really interesting, with a fast and unique combat system, with some good mechanics, great enemies and bosses, so if you like hack-and-slash games you should keep an eye out for it. There's a release date already, and it's May 30th, 2025, and is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
My only hope lies with you.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions. Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. You never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity...
you real? More real than you, I'm afraid.
It's insane. What a trip.
It's not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality.
Are we brothers or something?
We have... Where's the captain? I told you, everyone died.
Oh, this is insane.
The Altars is a sort of survival game. The game is set in an unusual planet. You play as a space miner who are alone in this planet but create different versions of himself to help him in the survival. The game is being developed by 11-bit studios, and all that sounds unique and curious, but that's just one reason why this game looks so riveting. The main structure of the game shall envelope exploration, mining, building, and also a sort of managing, as we'll build and control the whole base. They even reminded me of Fallout Shelter when I first saw. As a fan of Death Stranding, and also of Fallout Shelter, I must say that I'm looking forward to play this game, and it's coming out in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
What the fuck did you drug me with, man? No, you're not hallucinating.
Mindseye is a new story game developed by an old Rockstar Games president, Leslie Benzies, so the hype about this game is real, especially cause we can see some features and stuff that remind us of GTA series, like the camera, gameplay, driving and shooting, and more. The studio developed in is Build a Rocket Boy, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and maybe we'll see it still in 2025. The game will be set in a futurist version of America, with nice graphics, a good gameplay, and a story that seems to be interesting, so I'm really looking forward to see more and play this game.
Remember this. DS! Showtime!
I have these gaps. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story. Wait for me! I'll cover you. All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding?
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine. But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin.
Clockwork Revolution is a new FPS game inspired in the classic and iconic BioShock. The game is being developed by the studio Inxile Entertainment, Xbox Game Studio, and is confirmed to Xbox Series X and S and Windows. The release date is not confirmed yet, but is believed to be in 2025 or 2026. Embark on a grand adventure in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, wielding an incredible invention that allows you to travel into the past and influence key events, altering the course of history. So if you like FPS games with an interesting storyline and a good combat, this is a game that you should keep an eye out for. In my opinion, it looks promising.
Time where I will not destroy you.
Oh no. What did I do?
Crimson Desert is a new massive open-world RPG. The game is being developed by Pearl Abyss Studio from the same creators of the MMO Black Desert. Filled with lot of different mechanics and with a fast and brutal combat style, looks like a mix of an action RPG with the gameplay of a hack-and-slash game. For those who enjoy titles like Assassin's Creed series, The Witcher, Zelda, and general action medieval games, I think you're going to enjoy this one, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in the end of 2025, but with no official release date yet.
A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace.
There are beings who brought chaos to Providence. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness.
Seeking out my Greyling comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Watch out!
Even if
Get ready.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a new turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics and realistic graphics and is being developed by Sandfall Interactive. Lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the Paintress so that she can never paint death again. The game features impressive visuals since the enemies, visual effects, and mainly the scenarios, all that looks really good. This is easily one of the most beautiful turn-based RPG I've ever seen, and it looks really promising in my opinion, so I'm looking forward to play it. It'll be released in April 24, 2025, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows.
Turn into a Levron.
Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is the new game of the famous and beloved studio Naughty Dog, the studio responsible for the first Crash Bandicoot games, Uncharted series, and The Last of Us, some extremely good video games, but this one is a whole new adventure. The game was announced not so much time ago, so we still don't know much about it, but it's set in a futuristic universe, with travels across planets and galaxy. The gameplay wasn't revealed yet, but the graphics looks extremely good. The game is coming out only on PlayStation 5, and this is a game that many people didn't like of the first trailer, but we still need to see more of it.
Now, it's going.
Last Sentinel is an upcoming narrative-focused open-world action game set in a distant future in a different version of Tokyo, and the most interesting thing here is that this game is being made by a veteran Rockstar Games director. It's being developed by the studio Lightspeed Studios, and it was announced in 2023, but so far we didn't see much more about the game, except the trailer that looks really interesting, but doesn't represent the real gameplay of the game. If you enjoy sci-fi games, open-world games, and even story-focused games, I think you need to keep an eye out for this one, cause I have a hunch the game will be big, but we have no idea when it's coming out, and neither the platforms, but probably Windows, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5.
Now here with me today is visionary game creator and founder of Kojima Productions, Kojima-san. Hi. Welcome. Today, I'm excited to announce that together, as part of the PlayStation and Kojima Productions partnership, Hideo is going to take us on an exciting new adventure. One that I've been encouraging him to reinvent for years.
Physint is the first game announced to PlayStation 6. Yes, PlayStation 6. The game is a collaboration of Sony and Kojima. It's going to be a espionage game style, probably a Metal Gear-like, since it's also a Kojima creation, so I'm really curious to see more of the game, but it's still going to take a long time to be released, since Kojima is working on Death Stranding 2 and OD.
To reinvent for years.
はい、全く新しいオリジナルの IP になります。新世代のアクションエスピオナージゲームです。準備を始めてますけども、デストランディング2の後に本格的に小島プロダクションで制作にかかります。ソニーさんとは、ほぼ30年にわたりエスピオナージものを一緒に育ててきたという強い経験もあります。またソニーさんは、ゲームだけではなく音楽も映画もされています。間違いなく強力なコラボレーションになるはずです。
Nothing lasts forever.
Reanimal is a game set in the same style of Little Nightmares and developed by the creators of it too, the studio Tarsier Studios, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Windows, and will probably be available still in 2025. The creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2 have returned to take you on a darker, more terrifying journey than ever before. In this horror-adventure game, a brother and sister go through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island that they used to call home. So yeah, the horror now promises to be greater than ever before, and it looks insane.
Anything like you have, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
I hope so. It's just hard to believe this is all real.
Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Shh. That's two-toed.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't of a disposition to be gator snacks.
South of Midnight is an upcoming action-adventure game with a combat similar to a hack and slash. It's being developed by the studio Compulsion Games, a Xbox game studio, and it's coming out in April 8, 2025 to Xbox Series X and S and Windows. Explore the mythos and confront mysterious creatures of the Deep South in this modern folktale while learning to weave an ancient power to surmount obstacles and unravel your family's hidden past. The game is set in stylish and different graphic style with a fast and fluid gameplay since the exploration to the combat itself, which you'll face different enemies through the game, since normal foes to different boss fights.
子，大唐就不会亡。
那就再唱下去吧。到底是人活进了戏里，还是戏本就因人而在？
为何执意要起兵戈之祸？
Project The Perceiver is a new action RPG developed by a Chinese studio, Paper Games. The game is extremely beautiful with insane graphics and impressive scenarios. It's planned to be released in 2025 or 2026 and will be released on PlayStation 5 and Windows. The game will be set in a big and immersive universe, which will be an open world. The combat of the game kinda resembles Sekiro, but with its own style. The combat is fast and fluid, with a special care for the animations of the protagonist and of the enemies too, especially the bosses. What even resembles Souls-like games, of so fluid it looks.
你来了。
The Relic First Guardian is an action RPG developed by Project Cloud Games. The game features a dark and dangerous world, with a beautiful graphic style and impressive environments. The gameplay is basically inspired in the Souls-like style, with a cadenced-paced combat system, kinda similar to the new Lords of the Fallen, but faster, with different creatures as enemies, all looking really good. The game, as any other Souls-like, will have huge and immersive boss fights with great and inspiring soundtracks, and I must say that it looks good, but to really play the game we'll need to wait until some moment of 2025, and is coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Haven't been out here in a long time. Jesus, you're too young to remember activation date. It's an ambush! Fall back! Fall back! We need reinforcements! Sector Bravo Charlie Designer! Reinforcements now!
La Quimera is a new sci-fi first-person shooter game announced in 2025. The game is set in a futuristic world, with a beautiful graphic and a fluid gameplay style. It's being developed by the studio Reburn, and will be coming out only on Windows, at least so far, but there's no release date yet. La Quimera is a story-driven FPS set in dystopian future Latin America. In a fractured world where microstates rely on mercenary forces, you are an operative caught in a web of lies and deception. Play alone or with up to 2 friends geared with futuristic weapons, exoskeletons, and combat abilities. Now tell me, is it just me or it also reminded you of Crisis? Well, that was a fun series, so sad that EA killed it. Let's hope this is a good game and release on the consoles too.
Clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity. You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you.
Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a new Souls-like game, with impressive scenarios and graphics, and the game is being developed by a studio called Mindseye. For the people who likes action RPG will be looking forward to this new one, cause it looks great. It's set in the land of Shu during the dark and tumultuous late Ming dynasty, with humans fighting for power and insane creatures. Looks really good, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and PC in some moment of 2025. Hell Is Us is a third-person action game with some RPG mechanics all set in a semi-open world. The game is being developed by the studio Rogue Factor. Explore this dark and dangerous place, seeking answers for your questions, all with a fast and dynamic melee combat, fighting against strange sorts of creatures with unique visuals. That's the type of game that I really get excited about, but to see if it's as good as it looks, we'll need to wait until September 4, 2025, and the game is coming out to PS5, Xbox X and S, and PC.
Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick, but we would be okay.
AILA is an interesting and unique first-person survival horror game, and the idea of the game sounds really interesting, as you will see here, and it's being developed by Pulsatrix Studios. In the game we'll control a game tester in a future world, so the VR games will be the main idea for the story, so in some moment the experience of the game will be also part of the reality that will end up becoming a true horror. The most interesting thing here is that the game will mix a game, in the game, and the reality of the game, so we'll surely see a lot of different places and times during the game, what sounds really fun. The game is coming out probably in 2025 to Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Cronos: The New Dawn is a new survival horror developed by the studio Bloober Team. If you don't know, it's the studio that developed the remake of the beloved Silent Hill 2, and they did a great job there, so I'm curious to see the final version of the game. Some things that are extremely important in a survival horror game are visuals of enemies and environments, gameplay, immersion, a good combat in case the game got a combat system, and a good story. And this game seems to have all of these things. Of course we'll need to see it for real to really know how it's going to be, but it looks good in the trailer. And the story will be immersive and with time travel features, what's always complex to do. And it's coming out in 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PS5, and Windows. Well, this is the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and that's it. So long.
Tell me something good.